Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Open the door, for I am a bogus gas man with fake ID, and I'm here to ransack your house.
Hi, I'm Joe from a Smarter Home Canada. If you've watched the channel before, you'll know I'm a bit of a screw-up. I tend to focus on one thing and not notice other little things going on around me. Perfect example of this was last week I was at Best Buy. I was buying this. Really fun, by the way. I decided to check out the smart home aisle, which I always do to see if there's anything nice on sale. I saw this. Now, I've been looking for a new doorbell for a while. This was on sale from $369 to $199, which is a really good deal. Includes the HomeBase, the dual camera doorbell. I was really excited, but because I was more excited for this, when we got to the front counter, they had to take these out of the security cages that they have by the cash registers. Once again, I was so excited to have this in my hand that I didn't notice they gave me this. All I did was look and make sure it had the dual cameras, and I was good to go. So when I got home, I took a closer look at the box and noticed that's a chime. That's not a HomeBase. So I thought I bought an old version of this. Turns out, this is the new version. It was on sale from $269 to $189, and this has a bunch of upgrades in it. I didn't even know this was out there. I'm pretty excited to try this out. So this video, we're going to unbox this, install it, install the app since I've never used a Eufy product before, and I'll give you an honest review on the product. Let's get going. This is the Eufy 2-in-1 battery or wired powered video doorbell E340 with chime. We open it up. First we see the video doorbell itself and then the chime. Has a good weight to it. You can see at the top this security light. On the front you have the camera, the doorbell button. You have the two lights along with the downward facing camera. The chime itself looks like there is an expansion slot here if you do need more storage. It does say that it does come with 8 gigs of storage there. Inside the box we have your quick start guide, all the different languages, your positioning sticker for mounting, a home security sticker if you choose to use that, different wire adapters if you do choose to use the wired option on the camera, your mounting screws, your mounting plate, and then an angle plate if you do have to set your camera on an angle. We also have this metal key that is going to be used to remove the doorbell when the batteries need charged. Now let's go get this installed. I don't know if this comes pre-charged, so I'm just going to plug it in. First step is going to be to remove the old doorbell. I have this Blue Rams doorbell. I have never been happy with this doorbell. I don't like to talk about the negative side of things, but this doorbell sucked. This was the Blue Rams smart doorbell that came out, I believe, in 2021. There were so many things wrong with it. First off, it was a Kickstarter campaign that got delayed and delayed and delayed, so the product just didn't come out when it was supposed to. By the time it came out, it was pretty much irrelevant in the industry. Everybody had new, better doorbells going on. The video quality wasn't that great. The detection was awful. It couldn't tell if somebody was walking their dog across the street or if they were at my door. It would still trigger an alert. The chime was tinny as anything. It was annoying, and the battery life was dismal. Near the end, I was charging the battery on this about once a week. In fact, for the last 6 months, this hasn't even been charged. It's just been sitting in place at the doorbell doing nothing. That's how bad it was. I'm really glad it's getting replaced. I hope this Eufy doorbell does everything I want it to. The old bell's off. Let's get the new one installed. First thing we're installing is the positioning sticker. That's going to give us an idea of where we're going to have to drill for this. Take it from an old guy, always pre-drill. It just makes everything easier. Time for the mounting plate. Eufy does provide the inferior Phillips head screws for mounting. They really should be using Robertson. Just saying that as a Canadian.
The Robertson screw was invented in Ontario, Canada in 1906 by P.L. Robertson, a Canadian inventor. A Robertson screw, also known as a square screw, is a type of screw with a square-shaped socket in the screw head. It is considered by many to be vastly superior to all other screws in the known universe.
You're just going to pull the wires through, line it up. Now from here, I've got the wires tucked away, so they're not going to interfere. And you just click the camera into place. And then finally, to remove the camera, remember this key that was in the box? This inserts into a hole at the top, push down, and that will release the camera. I'm just going to clean up my tools, and then I'll be back inside to finish the setup. As fate would have it, while I was taking the doorbell off to do the connections and set up the app, of course, a package got delivered. Missed opportunity right there. Okay, now it's time to set up the app. Yes, I know I was wearing a Batman shirt underneath the Spider-Man hoodie. DC, Marvel. Yeah, you're not supposed to mix them, but grab your phone. First thing, go to the Google Play Store, find the app, have it here. We're going to just hit the install button. 123 megabytes, so that's a fairly beefy app. Now, this is the first Eufy product I have ever owned, so I will have to do full sign up and registration. I'll just fast forward through all of this until we get to the good stuff. Now that I have the account all set up with Eufy, I'm going to go ahead and add the device here. I'm going to go through the list, find video doorbells, and we are the E340 doorbell, so we're just going to click on that. We wanted to add it to our home. Press next, and now it's going to want the QR code that's located on the back of the doorbell. So I'm just going to scan that, put in my password,
Press
and
the
hit
sync button
confirm.
until you hear the
Now it wants me to scan the QR code.
connecting to the Wi-Fi network. Please wait.
And we wait.
Setup was successful.
That was very fast. Give the doorbell a name. Front doorbell. I'm very original. And it says there's a software update, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. While it does the software update, I'm going to turn off the camera. I'm going to run this back out to the front door, connect it back up, and then I think I have to install the chime, and then we'll test some of the video quality features and see what all this does. First thing I'm going to test out is the package delivery. So in front of me, I have a small box, a large box, and a bag to simulate a food delivery. We're going to see if the doorbell detects them, and I'm also going to test out the removal if it notifies me when it no longer sees the package. First, we're doing the small package. Next, we have the large package. And last, we have our food delivery, or beer delivery, whatever delivery you want. So as you can see, 2 out of 3 worked really well. Third one, not so much. Might be a problem with irregular packaging, but the boxes, it picked up right away. Very quick for the notification once they were removed, but the simulated food delivery, it didn't pick up. The next test we're going to do is just check the cameras, see how well they do at a distance and up close. This is at the end of the driveway. It's not a very sunny day. We do have overcast, but you can see as I get closer, the camera picks up the lettering nicely. Everything nice and clear, even the smaller lettering, and even the bottom camera is showing some good resolution. Once it got dark, I ran the same test again using the color night vision. Now I'm going to turn all the front yard lights off and run the same test again. As you can see, the color night vision works incredibly well on this product. The only problem I've encountered is because of the positioning of my doorbell, the downward light is reflecting too much light onto the brick, which is washing out the background. The doorbell also has a nice infrared mode. Unfortunately, when I try to use it, because of the positioning of my camera, it washes everything away. If you're able to mount your doorbell in a more open area than I am, I'm sure you'll get much better results than I was able to with the infrared mode. Now we're going to test the response time of the app. So I'm just going to start approaching the doorbell and see how long it takes for detection. Finally, the last test we're going to do is actually ring the doorbell. Within seconds, I have a notification on my phone. So I've been using the doorbell for a couple of weeks now, and so far, I'm pretty impressed with it. The quality of the cameras are excellent. Both the upper and lower camera give a nice, clear picture. The package detection works pretty well. There are a few problems, but it is still in beta, and you do have the option of uploading your videos to help Eufy out with the detection there. The night vision, as you've seen, works pretty well when it does work. Now, I have that problem where it washes everything out. I have not, however, been able to turn those lights off. If I could manually turn those lights off, everything would work fine. There's enough ambient lighting that it is going to capture anything coming towards the door. There are, however, a couple of things that I haven't been able to figure out, or were harder to figure out than what they should be. First off, the chime unit has to be set up as a HomeBase to enable local recording onto the SD card. It's probably in the manual. I didn't look for it. And speaking of local recording, I can't find a way to access all the local recordings through the app. Once again, I'm probably just missing it. These things will probably come with more experience in the app. It's the first time I've ever used a Eufy product, so I'm not familiar with how everything is set up on the inside. But overall, I'm really happy with this purchase. I think it's a great upgrade for what I had. Do you need to run out and upgrade your video doorbell? This might be an option. If your video doorbell's working just fine, I'd just skip it. It's not that revolutionary. It's a great doorbell, yes, but is it a game changer? No. In my opinion, that's not going to happen until we start getting instant responses and real-time conversation through the doorbell itself. Technology just, however, isn't there yet. But overall, I think it's a really good product. I'm glad I bought it. Well, that's going to be all for this episode. If you did like the video, click on the beaver, like and subscribe. I'd really like to see you back. If you didn't like the video, I don't care. I'm just an old Canadian guy in his new Canadian home, trying to make it a little bit smarter and having some fun while doing it. Thanks again for watching.
Hey, the neighbor again.